Since 9/11, the federal government, as well as many state and local governments, have taken measures to increase surveillance and gather data for national security purposes. They have expanded the scope of laws already on the books, such as FISA, the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, and passed new laws, such as the Patriot Act, signed by President Bush in October 2001.
We're dealing with terrorists who operate by highly sophisticated methods and technologies, some of which were not even available when our existing laws were written.
Advances in technology have made many new or expanded counterterrorism initiatives possible. One of the most controversial, data mining, using sophisticated software to search troves of personal information to detect suspicious behavior. Sometimes searches are narrowly defined, other times they're much broader. But to prevent future attacks, how much information should the government be able to collect? How much of this process must be made public? And do data mining programs even work? The Supreme Court has primarily used the Fourth Amendment as the legal basis for laws protecting privacy. While the Constitution does not explicitly guarantee a right to privacy, the Fourth Amendment protects us against unreasonable search and seizure without probable cause.
Open up! Please!
For instance, the government usually needs a warrant to collect information on Americans. But laws always lag behind advances in technology, especially when it comes to privacy. And while the Constitution protects the individual from the government, it does not prevent private companies from collecting their own data on us and selling it to the federal government. Database giant Oracle's CEO, Larry Ellison.
Can you imagine a database that keeps track of where you live and how much you earn and where your kids go to school, what kind of car you drive, what your bank balance is, when you were divorced, what your alimony payments? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? What already exists?
All of us, every day, in ways we may not even know about, leave digital footprints as we go about our everyday lives. Cameras installed on street corners and storefronts track our movements. Smart Card shows our travel on public transit, while EasyPass records our car trips. Key cards at work detail our comings and goings. Computers store work emails and voicemail. ATMs record our bank information and location. Cell phones can pinpoint our location wherever we are. When we buy things at the grocery store, the barcodes tell the store to restock and what our personal preferences are. Cable systems monitor what we watch at home, and our online searches and purchases are collected by giants such as Google and Amazon. Thanks to the proliferation of these digital networks and the tremendous advances in storage, records are linked and shared more widely than we know, and often without our knowledge or consent. How many of us really read the fine print on any of the disclosure agreements we sign? With all these advances in technology, are our notions of privacy outdated or impractical? Does there have to be a trade-off between privacy and security? How does the threat of terrorism change the discussion, if at all? These questions provide the basis for our debate tonight.